Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to fly the perilous skies because they're the only carrier that services my haven. In XCOM, the Long War 2. Oh, Pete, what's this? Gonna be something other than a bitch fest about how much you dislike Long War 2? Yes, you know, I've decided to change my stripes, at least for today. I mean, I still have very strong objections to the mod, and there are a lot of things I think it gets wrong, and a lot of mechanics that just seem specifically engineered to destroy fun. But hey, that horse is already dead, and I've already beaten the holy screaming bejesus out of its corpse. And rather than continue to wail on it like I've reduced it to a chunky red pudding, or like it paid for a seat on my airline, I'm just going to focus on the task at hand, which is preventing these civilians here from being sucker punched and dragged down the aisle of a plane they paid to fly on. I assume, you know, we're going to try and get them instead to offer a seat on Sky Ranger Express Airlines, a little more friendly airline, which I'm guessing is like the Southwest equivalent in the XCOM universe. Sure, the seats suck and it's crowded and there's always some trooper poking you in the elbow with a laser gun, but they also give you pretzels instead of peanuts, which sucks. But hey, you know, the seat's not big, but the tiny portion of it that you paid to use, they will let you put your ass in it for the duration of the flight, and you won't at any point having to worry about having several of your teeth knocked out. So, you know, there's that. So let's just take first moves here. We have no active enemies on the map, just some reinforcements that are going to show up. And, you know, this faceless, I guess. Okay. Well, hey, on the plus side, chance for us to get rid of a faceless, and he was polite enough to show up real early. On the downside, yeah, he fucking ruined Joe Brand's cover. So our hope was to have Joe Brand be capable of sort of stealthing around the map. But thanks, XCOM. I mean, I was just talking about some of your shadier mechanics, and yeah, you're fucking kidding me. Another one? Alright, our entire haven is fucking faceless. Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered that Joe Brand's cover got blown, because apparently everybody on this mission is a goddamn faceless. So now we have 20 health worth of enemy that we're gonna have to figure out a way to kill. Alright. Well, did we even rescue this guy? Like, this guy, okay, he should be on board. Where is it that we have to take this man? We have to take that man over there. What are we going to do? Are we going to take that man over there? No, we're going to try and cluster our civilians, like, as close as possible, because, again, reinforcements are coming in. So, if we've got a 90% chance to hit that guy, a 76% chance to hit the guy point blank, let's go ahead and take the higher percentage at the man who's further away. Paula Poundstone here is going to be a pretty big chunk of our damage. We got 7 overall. It's not fantastic, but it is respectable. Okay, Bob Angel Newhart. You have a laser rifle, right? Yeah, 88% chance to hit that guy, 86% chance to hit this guy. Interesting, but I don't think we need to take any, like, extraordinary measures yet. Man, I'm real salty about the fact that Joe Brand's cover already got busted. I'd love to go you know what? At this point, what are the odds that this guy is also a faceless? Pete says as this guy transformed. You're shitting me. Oh, okay, it was just this guy. I thought for a minute, I was about to say, what are the odds this guy transforms and is also a faceless? I mean, how many faces? And then this guy was getting, like, I was going to get riffed back on my own joke immediately. I was going to be super salty. Also, Joe Brand, since you've done your thing, I mean, I don't see any particularly compelling reason to not have you just come kill. Can you flesh the other guy? No. Okay. Well, just come murder this guy then. We're only going to get 3 to 5 damage, but we only need 3 to 5 damage, so let's have Joe Brand dice him up. We do have a shotgun trooper here, do we not? Peter Rudner. John Stewart, there's my boy. All right, John, I want you to come over here, be in this corner cover. We're going to have you take a flank shot at this remaining faceless. 90% chance for J. Stew. Gives me 5 damage, huh? All right, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for more, but sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Also, we do have reinforcements coming in, so anybody I can get on Overwatch at the end of this turn, I really want them on Overwatch. 5 to 7, New Heart. Okay, he drilled them down. That's good. So now we can spread out. We don't want to get too spread out. That's the thing. We're trying to rescue some Haven personnel, but we don't want to get too wide out. We want to kind of stay a little bit consolidated. Dave Attell, I want you up here. Rita Rudner. Let's bring you over here. Pete, why are you trying to keep everybody all together in a bunch? Well, there's a reason for that. We got 7 turns until the Sky Ranger arrives, and we're going to get reinforcements on every single one of those turns until the Sky Ranger arrives. So my goal is to try and rescue as many civilians as we can, but also have as much Overwatch as possible on the floor when the inevitable reinforcements arrive. Because, again, like reinforcements do in the Long War II, they are going to drop down in basically a flanking position 10 out of 10 times, because this game has no sense of fairness at all. Deportment or compunction. See, they dropped into a flanking position on Joe Brand, and there's a non-zero chance that now that they've landed, they just get a shooter. Yeah, we took 1 Overwatch that missed, 1 Overwatch that hit, and Dave Attell with the kill. You definitely got him, Dave. Is Joe Brand about to get shot in the back? No. Okay, good. Okay, so... Whoopee. Who are we going to have that can lend some aid over here? We got Dave Attell, who should have some pretty good shot. We got Wanda Sykes, who was just, frankly, a terrible shot. She could provide some hollow targeting. Alternatively, we could just have her whip a grenade downrange and see if she could get a kill. Can you get a grenade on this guy? You know what, Wanda? This is close enough. If you get a kill here, that'd be beautiful. Oh, she got the minimum possible damage. So not great, but it's better than nothing. Paula Poundstone can see them both. She does not have fantastic shots, however. We could also get some, you know, we could get some utility out of Paula Poundstone with a grenade. Bob Newhart, please don't let this be a faceless. Okay, good. Another Haven personnel. And then what are we going to do with Bob Newhart? We may put Newhart on Overwatch where he stands, actually. Whoopee. Joe Brand. I mean, the Pasha could get back here and murder a dude. She might be able to just walk here and murder a dude, but if we're going to do that, why not flesh him? Don Rickles, Dave Insomniac. We really want Dave Attell on Overwatch. And Paula Poundstone also, if we can get her on Overwatch. Those are the people we want on Overwatch. Echidna. I mean, we can't take these guys too far away because they will also attract reinforcements. So let's bring you over here. We're going to have you hunkered down. If we had pistols, I would give them to these guys and have them start trying to work something out, but no dice. Let's bring you back towards the center of the fold. That was actually Bob Newhart, not the civilian. I definitely didn't want to do that. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Dave Attell, if we have you use Iron Curtain here. I know it has a huge cooldown. It's also got a supremely narrow cone. Well, we can... In all likelihood, it will actually miss that guy, too, because it still has to roll to hit. I really want Attell on Overwatch. Okay, Rita Rudner. If we bring you over here, you can get a flank shot, but that flank shot almost certainly will not kill anyone. Okeki. I want you back here. Put your head between your legs. Hunker it down. Paula, you will have shots from both of these locations, but not good ones. I wouldn't mind having Paula Poundstone on Overwatch either. Which, why does she have to yellow move to get up here? That's curious.
No problem, boss.
Okay, you know what, Paula Poundstone, why don't you finish what Wanda Sykes couldn't? Can you get... I mean, the 2 damage here is actually kind of questionable.
Take this.
She should be able to give me 2 damage here, Paula P. She got it done. And that means Joe Brand should be able to finish it up. All right, let's have the Pasha come over here. She'll be in some form of cover, and this engineer should definitely be dead. Or every hit is a graze, because, you know, the graze mechanic isn't a goddamn atrocity. Okay, we could bring Rita Rudner to here, and she would have a long-ish distance flank shot. And also still be in cover. 70. We only need 2 damage here, Rita. That's my girl. She drilled him right in the brain pan. You got the shit out of him, girl. Whoopi Goldberg's going to be on Overwatch then. Dave Insomniac Attell. He's going to reload and go on Overwatch. No reason to not have Dave make full advantage of all of his ammo, except I think we may have just burned a free reload for 1 bullet. John Stewart, I want you kind of... Now, you know what? You're actually okay where you are because there's a civilian over there. You reload and go on Overwatch. You're going to be seeing a lot of this whole paradigm of the reload and go on Overwatch, and there's Hendrik Bros. Your name is really Hendrik... Oh, his name is Hendrik Bose. I thought his name was Hendrik Bros. It's going to be like, he's the Hendrik brothers. Dude, it's the Hendrik Bros. Stay over there. Roastmaster? Just give me some Overwatch here. Okay, enemies teleporting right next to Joe Brand, which is straight up horse shit. Muton's in the open, though. Okay, we took a shot and missed. Dave Attell grazed, but did shred because he does have the shredder ability. So maybe they change reinforcements, the way they work on this mission, so that when these reinforcements land, they are not allowed to take actions because, you know, it's the stupidest shit ever. All right, whoopee. We haven't seen reinforcements come over on this side of the map yet. So what do you say you give me a little granado down here and see if we can get rid of some of, I don't know, just do some damage and maybe we can ditch some of this cover as well. I don't expect this to ditch cover, although with Sapper I think you might be capable of destroying a fence. We also shredded the rest of that Muton's armor, which is the important part. So we could have Paula Poundstone come to here. She's got a flank shot. That'll be pretty good. What's our sharpshooter guy? Wanda? That's is real bad, girl. We could have Wanda overwatch as well. Okay, Okeki, you're going to hunker down. Paula Poundstone. If she double moves, she could get a flank shot, but I really don't want to have Paula double move. We can't melee the Muton. That's something we got to be cognizant of. Melee against that guy is not going to work. Oh, you know, we could just have Rita Rudner come set them all on fire, though. I don't dislike that plan at all. Yeah, let's just do that. You can, you know, it's okay, Rita. You can trust me. I'm a trustworthy cat. Don't let the name fool you. I mean, I know it says Perfidious on the 10, but I'm actually an all right chat. So this says we're hitting both of these guys. I'm inclined to trust it. The flamethrower thing has been shockingly accurate. Please set the Muton on fire. Please set the Muton on fire. We did not set the Muton on fire. All right. I mean, I was hopeful we would set the Muton on fire, but we did not set the Muton on fire. We can still get a flank shot at the Muton. Yes, our cover is going to be very poor as a result, but we also get a potential civilian rescue if we bring Joe Brand over here. I don't like what this potentially does for reinforcements, but as close as we are to the edge of the map, you know what, Joe? I'm not taking any chances with a Muton. Blow him up. Feed him the Granado. There you go. Joe Brand also earned a promotion for that, which she deserved. Paula Poundstone, we're going to put you up here in the old, I'm calling it a sniper's nest, even though that seems like a bit of a misnomer. Bob Newhart, why don't you reload? Give me an overwatch. And we're holding out so far. We're doing all right. 5 turns. How many civilians are there? There are 9. I think we have 4 of them. Where the hell are the rest? There's 1, 2 clear over there. All right, that's a long run. Oh, that guy's still alive? Is he on fire? Are you on fire? He is not on fire. I thought you were on fire. You're supposed to be on fire, sir. Why are you not on fire? All right, well, we're going to bring Don the Roast Master Rickles over here, I guess, and just have him finish you off. Peter, you going to have Don Rickles set him on fire? Nah, it seems like a waste. We'll just have him shoot him with this SMG. There we go.
How many's that now?
Only a graze, but it was still a kill nonetheless. So it's going to be Overwatch then for John Stewart. Overwatch for Wanda Sykes. Put your head between your legs, Makuba. Hendrick Brothers, why don't you both put your heads between your legs as well? Dave Attell, you're on Overwatch. And here comes another layer of reinforcements. It is important to note that as the game progresses, I believe the reinforcements pods get more and more powerful. We're getting 3 a turn. Ultimately, they will show up with some shit that we are not going to be able to handle, but I don't think it's going to get really tough until after the 7. They're clear over there, huh? I mean, why did they choose to activate? They're 8 trillion miles away. Yeah, real fucking far away they're bringing them in, but they are bringing them in, Don. You're not wrong. We may just reload and Overwatch. What we have to do is we got to get some more of these civvies, and to rescue them, we got to... How is this person not rescued, by the way? Okay, Joe Brand. We saw a couple over in this direction, so let's have you run to here.
I'm going.
The more we spread out like this, too, the difficulty is, the more we do this, the more reinforcements we are going to attract. We have to stand in the open to get this guy, which really sucks. Somebody needs to go fetch this other dude. Okay, Rita Rudner can make it there on a blue move. So that's got us 2 more. Rita, I really don't want you... I don't want you next to a fire. Put you behind this stack of boxes. I don't like the fact that you guys really don't have cover from the direction the enemies are likely to approach from. Angel, wasn't there a civilian over in this direction, I thought? We already picked one up. Where's the other one, though? And you know what? If we come into a scenario where we can't rescue them all, then so be it. So maybe we can't. Maybe we just can't get them all. I think we're going to put you on Overwatch where you're at. Whoopi, I'd love to get... I mean, you did drop a grenade for us earlier, which was nice, but I'd like to get maybe a little something more out of you. Whoopi Goldberg ain't exactly going to be the type to run around saving civilians, though. She's real slow. So those guys are approaching from that direction, which leads me to suspect that there's probably a bunch of alien or a bunch of civilians. The ones we still need to rescue are probably over there. John Stewart, we could put you on Overwatch. I think we will, just in case something drops close. Dave Insomniac could tell. I'm gonna have you take cover over here behind this truck. We're shifting the field a little bit, just a little bit. Wanda Sykes, I still just want you on Overwatch. Kebby, let's get you... let's run you over here. And we should have Jalo here, who's going to run and hide behind this fence. And the other thing we can do if the need arises, we could always use civilians as bait. With only 3 health, they're not likely to survive a shot. We got to hold out for 4 more turns, though, before a ride even shows up. Oh, good. A Viper and another dude dropping right in on top of us. We should get all of these guys with Overwatch. Okay, 1 down. Got a hit. Got a kill. Avatel. Okay, so that pod of reinforcements was just immediately vaporized. That's good. We still have the 1 pod out there, though, that's running about unmolested. And I don't like unmolested pods. Pete, that sounded horrible. You know, it sounded worse than I actually was. You know, that word doesn't always have to mean what you think it means, chat. That word, you keep using it. I do not think it means what you think it means. Paula Poundstone, you're going to reload and go on Overwatch again, because you already did your job very effectively last turn.
I'm ready. I'm on it.
Whoopi, Overwatch. Joe Brand. I mean, we know there's 1 more civilian out here somewhere, and this could be a situation where maybe Joe Brand just takes a blue move and then hunkers down. Joe could get to 2. There's also this guy over here. You know what, Joe Brand? I want you to hunker. Hunker right where you're at. Dave Insomniac could tell. You're going to reload an Overwatch. We want to try and draw these chump stains into us here.
Back online. Overwatch.
Rita, you've got a rocket if we need it. Let's get you up here in a forward position and drop you into Overwatch. When these guys come in, we might need to get a little rocket happy. John Stewart, I want you a little closer to the shit. With that shotgun of yours, we're going to need you closer. Also, shit, he had 2 flank shots. Oh, well, I mean, for certain values of flank shot, I guess. Jalo, let's get you over here behind this truck. Wanda Sykes actually has a shot at this Advent Scout, and it is, I think, roughly the best shot she has had to date, and I'm still going to put her on Overwatch instead. Kebby, let's get you behind this truck, and you can put your head between your legs. Okay, so, you know, only 3 turns to evac here. This is not terrible. It's by no means fantastic, but it's also by no means terrible. And then we got Don, the Roastmaster Rickles. All right, Roastmaster, I think we're going to bring you up here and drop you into Overwatch as well. And then if we need to, I think next turn things may get real rockety. Okay, enemies dropping in behind us. That's okay. This is why we have the Overwatch back here. 1 hit. 2 hits and a kill. Dave Attell with the whiff. Got a shot. Yeah, we know that shot was not going to hit, Wanda Sykes. I really would have preferred you took that shot with, like, a pistol. So what's left over here? We got 1 Viper and a Grenadier. These guys are on the move. John Stewart, anytime you want to Overwatch there, buddy, feel free. Okay, that guy took a 16% shot at John Stewart's dodge was actually higher than that man's raw chance to hit. A lot of Overwatch going there, and all of it missed.
Looks like they called in backup.
Yeah, they sure did call in back. Looks like they called in Salt. Alright, so Paula Poundstone, we're still probably going to want you on Overwatch. We have a bit of a problem with regard to this guy. John Stewart does not have lightning reflexes, it's important to note. Joe Brand does, however, have Shadow Step. So, Joe Brand, if we bring you to grab these two civilians, are you then going to be able to contribute anything offensively? The answer is no. So come and rescue these two jackholes. My goal is to have everybody rescued by the time the Avenger arrives, and then come rescue this guy and also get yourself into full cover with regard to the enemy. What kind of shots you got up here, Miss Sniper Lady? Wanda Sykes, we need to have you shooting early, I think, is better. Your best shot is a fucking 35%. God damn, snipers are fucking terrible. Sharpshooters are just real bad. These civilians are going to prevent us from actually selecting people we would care to select and take moves with. And yeah, it's going to force us to actually do shit with civilians just so we can cycle back through to our troopers. Hey, Long War 2, you know what? This is actually a problem that you guys never really solved. If you're going to limit the way that selection works here, and people right now are saying, Pete, you can click select. Yes, I'm aware I can click select, guys. I actually don't want to do that because the potential for a misclick is effectively catastrophic. If I accidentally move somebody I care about and waste a blue move here, that could result in people who wouldn't ordinarily be getting killed. So I'm going to have to cycle through it the long way just because I'm a clumsy idiot who can't be trusted. It also means I have to do stuff with these civilians sort of before I'm ready to take actions with the civilians. Dave Attell has one bad shot. We need somebody to come over here and mess with this Viper. John Stewart, if we send you on a run and gun, you can't really do much with it. You guys need to start heading back towards the middle. If one of these civilians accidentally takes some Overwatch, you know, it wouldn't really be the end of the world. So we have Revival Protocol, we got Gremlin Heal, we got Aid. We should probably try and throw a heal. We could also come, you know what? If we Oscar Mike here, who's that going to hit? Probably just John Stewart. Is that enough, though? Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg definitely takes Overwatch if we take that move. I really don't want Rita Rudner taking it. Is there any way we can... Oh, here we go. This may be the solution to our Overwatch problem, which is let's just blow these fuckers up. Yeah, you know what? I like this plan. Rita Rudner, get rid of some cover for me. You can also kill a dude. That's fine. Okay, you know, that actually did some work for us. This guy is now flanked and no longer on Overwatch because he took damage. So John Stewart should be able to walk over. That makes things a little fiery. Here, John Stewart, come around here. And if you would, maybe take a... What's your stun percent? Also not fantastic. That guy's in the open. We gotta have, like, better shots than that. What's Bob Newhart's chance to just shoot the man? Bob Newhart can't see him. Why not? That makes very little sense to me why Bob Newhart doesn't have line of sight. But now that his Overwatch is gone, we can bring Whoopi Goldberg up. Say what you want about Whoopi. She's slow as shit. Her foot speed is terrifically bad, leaves much to be desired. But the one thing you can't take away from Whoopi, what is this guy? What are you? An Advent? I did not see. An Advent what? An Advent needs to be dead right now because he can kill all of our team in one single shot. So, yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and frost bomb that guy because that man needs to be wrangled. We cannot let a Rocketeer get a shot off at us. We simply cannot abide that. Somebody's going to have to go deal with that Rocketeer. Wanda Sykes, do you have a better shot now that that guy's cover is destroyed? It's 67%. This is the best shot you've had all mission. Take it. She did him in. It's good enough, girl. It's good enough. Okay, game show. Still got to do something about this Viper. Which, that guy's, he's a problem. Dave Insomniac Attell could come over here. He can't really do anything. Okay, where's my Don Rickles at? Don? Where you at? Okay, other civilians, just please. You guys are pissing me off. I want you out of the rotation is what I want. Where's Don Rickles? I'm not going to be able to get to Don Rickles, and I know I'm not. So here you go, John Stewart. You're going to move over here and try and take out Frozen Jimmy on the next turn. That pulls another guy out of the rotation. Can I get to Don Rickles yet? Nope, because Kebby is still here, so why don't you hunker down? Still cycling through people don't really give a shit about. Okay. Still got this working. All right. Plenty of civilian left for you, Pete. Let's bring you over here then. This is the one thing. You know what? Okay, here's one thing I do want to. I'm often critical of the Long War, and I admit that I'm very critical of it. I am. I understand this. I'm aware of it. I also like to try and give it credit where credit is due. This mission is actually something that does not exist in a base game, and I have to admit is a pretty fun mission type. I really, really like the retaliation missions. All the ones that we have done have been overall pretty damn fun. I've enjoyed these particular types of missions. I'm not gonna. There, finally, Don Roastmaster Rickles can go. So, Roastmaster, I was hopeful you would be able to get close enough to set both of these 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not going to be able to be close enough to set them both on fire, which is what I was hopeful for. But what about this concussion rocket, though? That guy only has 1 health, and this concussion rocket should do 1 damage. We've got a fairly minimal scatter. You know what? 0.94 tiles. Drop it right there, Donnie. Okay, we killed one, and we got the Serpent Man disoriented, so now we have more tools in the barn if we need... Oh, also, I forgot that creates smoke. Right. Smoke part is bad. Okay. Game show, come over here. I have a solution for this guy, although it's going to work, I think, less well than I had hoped initially. We could come over here and command one of our other troopers to kill that guy. If we were going to do that, who would that trooper be? You get a 45%. The other thing we could do is we could suppress him. You know what? Let's save the command. Just go for the suppression on the Sidewinder here. He's disoriented and suppressed. We're not going to get him much more locked down than that, really. And I think we'll bring Bob Newhart over and maybe drop him into Overwatch. Okay, we got another pod teleporting in. A relatively powerful pod. And this is where we know it's time for us to leave now. This guy better be dead. Nope, the smoke oh, he has Shadow Step. Delightful. Also, I thought Shadow Step prevented him from triggering Overwatch, not made the Overwatch automatically miss. I'm pretty sure that we just got bullshitted there.
Looks like they called in some friends.
That's some punk-ass nonsense bullshit right there. Okay, Whoopi Goldberg. We should just start falling back away from these remaining people, although Joe Brand is at hand. The thing is, we're going to get another pod of reinforcements every freaking turn. And we don't have, you know what, not only do we not have a good way to attack that man, we don't have a great chance of success either. Dave Attell. Is any of this cover? Nope. I mean, that is. Somebody's got to kill this snake man. Rita Rudner doesn't have much left. Okay, civilians, I want you guys up here. I want to try and cycle through some of these civilians. You know what, Paula Poundstone, come back around this tree. This is not going to be a great shot for you because of the smoke and whatnot, but...
Negative damage.
The concussion rocket turns out to have been an objectively terrible idea. Like that was definitely the wrong call. I need somebody over there with some guaranteed damage. Whoopi Goldberg probably can't. Who has a grenade left? Anybody? Joe Brand, you can't get back there, can you? Joe Brand has actually a shot and is really far away from where we need her anyway. And most of Joe Brand's job is done. Plus, one of our civilians has already died. So I'm more interested in just getting our civilians and getting the hell out of Dodge than killing anything at this point. Except for this Rocketeer can kill like 40 people. He's gonna unfreeze on this turn, and we're not gonna get another chance at him. Oh, good. Wanda Sykes has nothing in the tank. Fantastic. Okay. Tafari, let's get you to... You know, civilians, honestly, I hate to say this, but I don't really give a shit the quality of your... with regard to the quality of your cover. I don't care. I don't want to Oscar Mike. I feel like what we're going to wind up doing is commanding Paula Poundstone. Nope, because she's actually going to be outside of command radius anyway. So that's not going to work. We could command Joe Brand. Is she going to be... Okay, we got to toggle command radius then, because I got to know where it's at. So where's my Joe Brand? There she is. No, give me Joe Brand. We could run Joe Brand to here and then still have her be the target of a command. And with her amazing speed, she should still be able to get over to that Viper and give us a shot at him. So we're going to use Bob Angel Newhart's second action to command Joe Brand. That gives Joe another move. Joe is going to go slice up some Snake Man. Or go slice at a Snake Man, because in all likelihood, she probably won't hit. Hendrick, over here. You're going to hunker. We have all of the civilians on our team. Like, we've got them all activated. And you know what? If I have to sacrifice one Haven Advisor to get rid of two Faceless, call me callous, but that sort of feels like a worthwhile trade. 56% chance to hit this guy. This Viper is fucking unhittable. Every single one of our troopers is going to miss him because of the smoke. There is no way he will ever miss us in return. Like, he's going to hit us 10 out of 10 times. 50%. How many can we miss? All of them, it turns out. Like, literally every single one. Do we have anybody else who can get over here and do anything? Well, if we hadn't surrounded him with people, Rita Rudner could probably have thrown a grenade at him.
I guess that'll be okay.
Might still be able to if she's got enough arm. Okay, Rita Rudner is here to save the day. You guys realize you just got done rescued by Rita Rudner, right? So Whoopi Goldberg, also, I really hate the command radius visual. I would much prefer that command radius not look the way that it looks. And hunker down. Okay, Whoopi. This Rocketeer is a problem, but you're also really slow and not in evac zone, so I'm going to have you fall back. Sky Ranger arrives next turn. So really what we want to do is just be relatively safe and not in a big blob of dudes that says and screams to the foe, please shove a rocket up my ass.
On the move.
If we want to beg for a rocket in the ass, I mean, there are more effective ways to do it. Also, Wanda Sykes has got to move, because she is not within rescue range. This guy also not within rescue range. Pete, you know, we were talking about just not being in a formation that screams, put a rocket up my ass, but I can't help but notice that a lot of civilians that you have on your team are in a formation that basically screams, put a rocket up my ass. You're not wrong, and I'm taking some serious risks with that guy's life. I do so intentionally. Also, you know what? I just realized we have a bunch of units that aren't going to be able to make it to evac next turn. It's going to be not just the civilians. We've got a lot of people that are going to be short. Roastmaster still has his rocket. I am not inclined to have the Roastmaster use the rocket. I really feel like we're going to need it on a subsequent turn. Also, Don Rickles is real badly injured. Reload, Rickles.
Back in.
Okay, another pod of reinforcements. The Rocketeer is no longer frozen. Here comes another Viper and some of his boys. Okay, took a shot at a civilian. My plan is working exactly as I planned it. It's a good part. That's a good thing for a plan to do, is to work exactly as planned. And what we really need to do now is leave. We've got 8 of our civilians. We don't get bonus points for killing these guys, and we don't get to keep any enemy materiel, so there is no benefit to fucking hanging around here. There's a lot of dead advent that these guys can use to make extra troops. Please let the Sky Ranger have arrived now. Love getting rocketed by a guy I can't even fucking see. That's goddamn perfectly beautiful. So, what did you kill? Like 22 of my Haven personnel? Yeah, you're damn right, Firebrand. It's absolutely fucking time to go now that everybody is dead. So, we should be able to save 6 of our Haven personnel. I like to praise the Long War when it does something I think is fun or entertaining, and I like this mission type, but I gotta say, if you're gonna include this mission type, could you fucking fix this shit so that civilians can actually be moved correctly without completely fucking everything up? Hendrik Rose is getting out. So it looks like we're going to rescue 6. So all of the Haven personnel that we actually rescued and increased our personnel size have now been killed. But we did get rid of 2 faceless, so is 3 civilians worth the sacrifice of getting rid of 2 faceless? The only thing I have to say is I hope that Miyabaki Okaya, or whatever the shit his name was, the guy that dropped dime on Joe Brand before she had even rescued him from the mission, I fucking hope that guy is dead. I hope he's one of these corpses. I really do. Okay, John Stewart, Mafolo, you're gone. And there are 2 civilians remaining. Where are they? And one of them is not John Stewart or Wanda Sykes. One of them is Chica Jalo. So Chica, it doesn't even matter if you get set on fire here, Jalo. Angel, Whoopi, Pasha, and something. See, we have to go all the way around the horn here to find our one last civilian. Or are we not going to be able to do that as long as Jalo has an evac? Looks like we're not even going to be able to do that as long as Jalo has an evac. Whoopi. You know what, Whoopi? I want you out of here. You're gonna do some work on the way. On the way out, we're gonna get something out of you. Whoops. That Rocketeer already fired his rocket, and I'm pretty sure they are technicals, so they just get the 1. I'm gonna go ahead and drop one straight on this Viper in the hopes of getting a ghetto kill. And then Whoopi is also beating it. Okay, we did get the kill and a little extra bonus damage on an enemy we couldn't see, and Whoopi Goldberg is also gone. We're clearing the ranks. All right, game show. All right, Bob Newhart, here's what we want you to do. I want you coming up here.
Is it clear?
You're going to be on Overwatch. See, Bob Newhart has he's got a pretty reasonable shot at a Psy Zombie. We may take that just because it will get a kill. I do have a plan from my boy Bob, and it involves him doing an Oscar Mike next turn. Joe Brand will not need to be a part of that Oscar Mike because she is fast as hell. Dave Attell and some of these other guys, though, they are going to need the Oscar Mike. Paula Poundstone is also going to need the Oscar Mike.
Got it.
I mean, if we don't take this shot, we're going to take a penalty on our follow-up shot.
Okay, so
And that zombie is just going to wind up taking the Overwatch anyway. That's the other drawback. Rita Rudner, I want you up here.
Affirmative.
John Stewart, I'm kind of tempted to have you just come up here and... You know what? You should just Overwatch, John.
got it covered.
That leaves us Joe Brand, Wanda Sykes, who does have a shot at a Psy Zombie. Ooh, that Psy Zombie's actually kind of uncomfortably close. Wanda Sykes, you know what? No, just get out of here. There's no advantage in having you hang around. Yeah, more Balatin and such. Roastmaster, I want you up here. And we're going to wildly fire a rocket deep into the zone and hope that it scatters long. If these guys can hit me from out of line of sight with fucking rockets and kill my civilians, turnabout is fucking fair play, douche nozzles. Enjoy a little taste of your own medicine. We also managed to kill a stun lancer with that, which is good. Wanda Sykes is going to beat it. Where's my last civilian? Well, okay, it looks like we're going to drop 4 then. I don't know where the last one even is. I thought we had all of them rescued, but I guess we didn't. Joe Brand, is that guy going to be close enough to attack you? Almost certainly not, so I want you to hunker down.
In position.
And this is it. The reinforcements are too heavy. We're too low on troops. We're going to get the shit out of here. Actually, he might be close enough to take a poke at Joe Brand. Nope, he double moved. Okay. So, Jimmy the Rocketeer, you better not fire another fucking rocket. Yep, 16% chance to hit a guy with 17% dodge. Love the graze mechanic. Boy, that shit works. I just... So much of this game... Oh, well, we got really lucky there with that miss. So much of this game, though, is weighted to punish the player. It really is. Graze mechanic only works in advantage of the enemy. The we get actions on pod activation shit only works to further service the purposes of the enemy. All of it works to serve our enemies. Bob Newhart, my whole Oscar Mike plan is not going to work because you're actually not fast enough to get to evac. Joe Brand can definitely... Is there anybody who's not going to be able to make it? Okay, Dave Attell, you can go.
Got it.
Rita Rudner can... Paula Poundstone's going to be the holdout because, like, she's short by one tile. If we Oscar Mike... Actually, if we Oscar Mike, that also speeds up Bob Newhart's. Is he his own ally? He should be his own ally. Let's try the Oscar Mike scenario. Does that... No, Bob Newhart does not count as his own ally. Well, that's fucking horse shit then. Also, Bob Newhart is probably dead unless we can find a way to kill that Psy zombie. So, Joe Brand, can you make it in one dash? No, Joe Brand also has to yellow move to make it. Alright, well, Don Rickles, we can't take any additional chances with your life. You are as close to dead as you've ever been. You gotta go. And if you could take a Viper with you on the way, that would be supremely useful. Doesn't look like that's going to be much of a chance, but you can maybe take that Rocketeer with you on the way. Or you could take a Rocketeer and a Sectoid because you're goddamn Don Roastmaster Rickles. You never met a man you couldn't roast. Alright, Newhart. It could be Newhart and Joe Brand being the holdouts here. Dave Attell, you should go. John Stewart can get to evac, I think, and still have a shot at something. Gotta be shooting something, John. Alright.
Heading there now.
Stewart's gonna go as well. This mission actually has not gone very well at all. That was a little icing on the cake, and that does help us. The additional kill is nice.
Let's go.
What was that noise, Pete? It was it's the sound of my ennui. That's what it is. We could have played this one a little better, but again, you also got to remember, we're really working with a terrifically suboptimal team here, too. That's another thing to keep in mind. This wasn't exactly our first choice of guys to go do a Haven retaliation. Our first choice of guys to go do a Haven retaliation are actually all fucking busy infiltrating and trying to liberate a region. I know that Viper is there. I want to hit both the Viper... The Viper is in that tile, I think. I mean, we can determine where that Viper is because Joe Brand is fast enough. We'll figure out where he's at. Yeah, see, the Viper is in that tile. So, Rita Rudner, I want to make sure you're getting that tile, but also the sectoid. See, there is not good. There is good, because if we disorient that Viper, that'll keep him from binding anyone, which is what I'm supremely terrified of. Also, we managed to kill the Psy zombie as well. That's nice. Good work, Rita Rudner. Got an extra kill for us as well, and probably saved Bob Newhart's life. Bob Newhart, hunker down. This is your only mission. This is your only objective. Joe Brand, leave.
Will do.
Paula Poundstone, I would love for you to leave. I hate to watch you go, girl, but I love to hate to see you go, girl, but I love to watch you leave. We're gonna bring you up here. You will be fast enough on your next turn to go. So, I'm going to put you on Overwatch to actually discourage those guys from moving. Joe Brand is going to beat it.
Just in time.
We're gonna say 5 and 9. So we're dropping 4 on this round. Oh good, they landed right in the fucking evac zone. And if they go on Overwatch as any part of their reaction, I'm gonna be unspeakably furious. Raised for 4 damage. The Gray's mechanic is still a thing of beauty and not at all a goddamn travesty. You're dazed. What are you gonna do, Sectoid? Animate a guy? Oh, just double move. What's this Viper gonna do? Go on Overwatch, which really sucks, because that means somebody probably getting shot. That somebody probably Paula Poundstone, because she's... Well, who's got the most health? Nope, Bob Newhart has the most health. Alright, Bob. Fucking scram. No misclicks here, game. I'm not having Bob Newhart standing out in the open against 8 trillion people. Okay, so Bobby Boy beat it. I was ready to boogie about 30 turns ago, Bob. It's just now is the time where we have an actual opportunity to boogie because somebody just started the music. Paula Poundstone's beating feet as well. And that should be mission successful, I think. I mean, we rescued 5. So did we succeed? I don't know. It looks like we did. We got 5 out of 9 civilians. Took us 10 turns. We killed 22 out of 29, which does us literally no good. Although we did get 1 promotion. And only 1 soldier was wounded? Probably Don Roastmaster Rickles. Oh, right. John Stewart got shot, but his protective plating, actually, I think, was strong enough to withstand the blow. Well, you know, I said we were going to take them out on a friendlier airline, but for 4 out of 9 of those passeners, I actually gave them the United treatment. They aren't even going to get a fly of the perilous skies because they got their teeth beaten out by Advent and we left them on the ground. Sorry, guys, we overbooked the flight. Turns out we only had enough seats for our troopers and 5 extra guys. You 4 are going to have to stay behind. 3 of those are because of that bullshit Rocketeer, though. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and fire this rocket at not only guys I can't see, but guys that nobody can see, because fairness is fair. You know, the AI doesn't secretly always know where you're at, even when they're not supposed to know where you're at. Quality coding, Pavonis. Quality coding. That's not your fault. I mean, the XCOM Vanilla Deuce does that too, and you're sort of constrained to work within the systems that have been engineered. Joe Pashabrand, Shadow Strike is not great. What do these abilities do, though? Bonus aim and bonus critical when attacking enemies from concealment. Joe Brand is a straight-up shinobi. I'm pretty sure we're going to just take Blade Storm here. Evasive. Nope, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Blade Storm. Blade Storm is actually really... It's not that Blade Storm is really good. Blade Storm is okay. It's just that Shadow Strike for a sneaking shinobi and evasive... Actually, Shadow Strike is just not good for a shinobi, period, because when they go in to kill something with their sword, they're always going to get spotted on the way in. They're rarely going to be attacking from concealment. Evasive is straight up bad. Blade Storm, I mean, that way if you end your turn adjacent to more than one guy, or if your melee swing fails to kill a guy, you do have an opportunity for a follow-up when they try to run away from you. Rita Render's going to take Napalm X, because we really like that ability, and Squatty John Stewart is going to pick up Lightning Reflexes, which we really could have used this mission. All things considered, that one, I won't say it went great. Our previous Haven Retaliation on Legend actually went considerably better. I think we rescued all 9 of our civilians. We had 2 Shinobis on that one, though, and this time we actually didn't even have the opportunity for 2 Shinobis, which is unfortunate. Why do I have a... Wanda Sykes, Sharpshooter, also has an opportunity for a promotion. Oh, right, she was our Haven Advisor. That's why she got drug into this mess? Okay. Well, let's give her death from above, then. And let's go take a look at our Haven as well, just to see what kind of management required. Does it require management? It may not. West Africa, we have... That retaliation mission was in South Africa, and we only have 5 personnel, despite the fact that we had 13 here a minute ago. I would love for somebody to fucking explain that shit to me. I mean, 2 of them were faceless, granted, so that drops us down to 11, and we left 4 behind, which in my math doesn't leave us with 4. Call me crazy. Let's see, 13 minus 2 is 11, and 11 minus 4, where I went to school, is 7. So where the fuck are the other 2 guys? Anybody? Anybody at all? Anything? Or were they also faceless, potentially, I suppose? So what you're telling me is that those people were also faceless? Because I'm not really fucking sure I buy it. I'm really not. Now we have 3 on intel, 1 on recruiting, and 1 on supply. You know what? It's fine. All things considered, it's fine. This region is going to be liberated soon. I don't think it matters how many Haven advisors you have on a region that is liberated. Liberated? I can't talk anymore. I've had too much fucking XCOM today, and honestly, my salt levels are a little higher than I'm comfortable with. Blood pressure's through the roof. I'm fucking checking out of this shit. My tolerance for Long War II grows progressively shorter and shorter and shorter. I used to be able to play like 6 missions in a day, and then it was like, it's too many. I don't like it that much. Now it's down to 5. Then it trickles down to 4, and now I find that after 3, I'm like, yeah, that's all I can fucking stomach. No more. 3, honestly, is like 1 too many, but I feel compelled to record. And so I do, but I don't know for how much longer I'm going to be able to maintain that. I do know that this episode is over, though. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Long War, maybe consider subscribing to, I don't know, X Wins. There you go. Go watch some guy who play tested the game, play on Legend, and to tell you all the Talmudic mechanics rather than actually try to have any fun at all. With a mod that overall isn't very fun, so I guess he, like, found the right niche for it. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll probably not see you again soon, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to miss it.